Very good evening, fellow Foundrymen, ladies and gentlemen. It's our pleasure to welcome you all for this 15th edition of Aluminium Conclave celebration. Now, I invite our chapter chairman, Mr. Vignesh Ramanan, to invite our president, Mr. Navneet Agarwal, onto the stage, please. Now, I request our organizing committee chairman, Mr. N. Prabhakaran, to take our chief guest, Mr. Muthu Mohan Raj, onto the stage, please. As a customary and tradition, we start the things with lighting the Kuttu Velakku. We start the event with invocation song. Please rise up for the invocation song, please. நீராறும் கடலுடுத்த நிலமடந்தை கெழிலொழுகும் சீராறும் வதனமென திகழ்வரத கண்டமிதில் எக்கணமும் அதில் சிறந்த திராவிடனல் திருநாடும் தக்க சிறு திரை முதலும் தைத்தனரும் திலகமுமே அத்திலக வாசனை போல் அனைத்துலகும் இன்பமுற எத்திசையும் புகழ் மணக்க இருந்த பெரும் தமிழனங்கே தமிழனங்கே உன் சீரிழமை திறம்பியந்து செய்ய மறந்து வாழ்த்துதுமே வாழ்த்துதுமே வாழ்த்துதுமே. Thank you. As per our tradition, we start any new beginning with lighting the Kuttu Velakku. I request all the dignitaries on the dais and senior members to join to light the Kuttu Velakku, please. I invite our chairman, Mr. Vignesh Ramanan, to deliver the welcome address, please.
A very good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Good evening.
Good evening.
It is with immense joy and pride, on behalf of the Institute of Indian Foundrymen Chennai chapter, I extend a very warm welcome to each and every one of you to the 15th edition of the Aluminum Conclave, our flagship event that has grown in stature, impact and participation over the years. At the outset, I take great pleasure in welcoming the dignitaries on the dais. A special and heartfelt welcome to Mr. Navneet Agarwal, President of the Institute of Indian Foundrymen, who has graciously agreed to preside over this important occasion. Sir, ever since your election as the President of IIF, Chennai has truly become closer to your heart. You have ensured your presence at every major initiative of our chapter, from the Trainers of Training program to the 39 Chapter Day celebrations and more recently, our 75th year celebrations. We are deeply grateful for your unwavering support, continued encouragement, and visionary guidance. Thank you so much, sir. It is our honor to welcome our chief guest for the evening, Mr. Muthu Mohan Raj, COO of Bharat Forge Center for Lightweighting Technology. We are indeed privileged to have you with us, and thank you for joining us for this special day, sir. Thank you. A very warm welcome to Mr. N. Prabhakaran, Organizing Committee Chairman of the 15th Aluminium Conclave celebrations, for steering this edition with great passion and precision. My sincere thanks to Mr. S.R.V. Ramanan, past president of IIF Chennai, for their constant guidance and unconditional love towards our chapter. We are very proud to welcome our past chairman of IIF SR, Mr. K. Balasubramaniam, who is here with us, and thank you for your leadership and support. I take this moment to very warmly welcome the distinguished delegates of the dais and our valued members for this evening. A very special welcome to the registered delegates who have participated in one of its kind event that was conducted exclusively for the IIF Chennai chapter year after year for the benefit and growth of the aluminum fraternity. This year's conclave, Aluminum Racing Ahead, could not be more appropriate. Aluminum foundries across India must brace themselves for the opportunities that lie ahead across sectors like automotive, engineering, telecommunication, and beyond. With India's economy poised for accelerated growth, the demand for castings will surge, and as we always say, the foundry industry is truly the mother of all industries. This year also marked another proud milestone of our chapter. We successfully conducted our first ever MSME Conclave CEO meet, where 5 eminent CEOs shared powerful insights on topics like financial management, succession planning, MSME IPO, and export orientation. This session was meaningful, relevant, and set new benchmarks in the industry engagement. As we look back on our journey in the IIF Aluminium Conclave for the past 15 years, we take great pride in how it has grown from strength to strength. Each edition has been a leap forward, setting new standards and then surpassing them. The IIF Chennai chapter can proudly lift its collar and proclaim that we are the only chapter in the country conducting a dedicated day-long conclave focused entirely on aluminum. This has been possible only because of the foresight and efforts of chapter seniors, to whom we owe our sincere gratitude. As we celebrate 15th edition, let us cherish our journey, be inspired by what lies ahead, and continue to build a future where innovation and collaboration shape the success of the aluminum foundry industry. Thank you once again for joining us. I wish you all a joyful celebration and a wonderful evening ahead. Thank you so much, gentlemen.
For your warm welcome. Now, I would invite our organizing committee chairman, Mr. N. Prabhakaran, to debrief about this 15th Aluminium Conclave, please.
To everybody. First of all, I want to thank the IIF Aluminium Conclave for the opportunity given to take lead and execute the function in a better way, or what we can do. We should say only better. So best has to move. We'll have to move to best. Okay. So this thing said, I want to also thank to the sponsors and the delegates who has taken initiative to attend and then take or share the knowledge of others. And one more thing, IIF, I want to have a, probably since the national president is there. Now we are dealing with aluminum is a magic material. Even in iron foundry, I could able to probably, I am putting the non-ferrous side, probably ferrous side, I could able to see a lot of definitions and process and even fixing the parameters, so many things in advanced conditions, as far I know that. That is why we are also very much successful in iron castings for all varieties, all categories. But still, as per my experience, aluminum pressure die casting is having its own flaw. not only, even though it was operated by machines and other facilities is there. So probably we need a lot of training to the people, and even morning some people came and told, why can't you give some more trainings on the shop floor training they want. So there is a lot of activities we'll have to take. Probably we did some seminars, some paper sharing, it was going on. But future what their requirement is something different, which they want to go into the process of training of more and more on aluminum. Even they want a practical workshop. So there is a request which also came from one delegate that we want a workshop so that our people can be trained. So probably I request to give more importance on the aluminum side also, so that it will be taking more pride in our die casting industry. So I am expecting a lot of focus from the IIF national level, see that it is taking further movement. Thank you very much. Thanks a lot.
Thank you, sir. Now, I invite Mr. M. Armugam, CEO of Smart Die Casting, to introduce our national president to the gathering, please.
Yes, sir. Good evening. Mr. Navneet Agrawal, President IIF, is a Managing Director of the RBI Group, which includes RBI Exports, RBI Agrawal and Company. RBAAC is the largest manufacturer and exporter of infrastructure castings from India. Navneet is a mechanical engineer from IIT Bombay and MBA in Finance and Strategy from Booth School of Business University, Chicago. Navneet is a hands-on Foundryman, and in his 29 years of working, he has been instrumental in enhancing the group's manufacturing capability and capacities to span 5 grey and ductile foundries, steel fabric facilities and machining capacities. Group today has a global footprint and major suppliers to all utilities and cities, airports and ports and other infrastructure requirements. He has been involved in various organizations, most notably in entrepreneurial organizations, EO, the Chennai chapter, and was the chapter president during 2017 and 18. Navneet is recently involved in the Rotary Club of Madras. He likes to travel, spend time with his family, listen to music, podcast, and spare time. Running is his another passion. He currently stays in Chennai with his wife and 2 children. Thank you.
It's never good to hear about yourself, I can tell you that. First of all, good evening, everyone. And it's good to see a good gathering this evening. So before I start, I just want to take a moment to pay homage to our brave men and women who are fighting for us in the border area. And we know that because some of our chapters are located very close to that. And thankfully they are all okay. So I'll just take this moment to pay homage to them. And I think the good news is, I think everyone must have heard that there's been a ceasefire declared from both the countries. I think that's a good thing for all of us. I mean, war is never good. I'd really like to compliment the organizers today for the 15th ALUMINIUM Conclave. And when I first took office in September last year, and to answer you, Mr. Prabhakaran, non-ferrous was a big focus. It was a big focus for us, all the NOBs, and we wanted to make something happen and to see Chennai host this year on year and make it bigger and bigger. It's really, really heartwarming to see that. And again, thank you, Mr. Prabhakaran, thank you, Vignesh, thank you, Mr. Ramanan, Sanjay ji, who is not here, for the valuable mentorship and the support. And Chennai, I think, takes the cake forward, shows the road to a lot of chapters, especially for non-ferrous, let me tell you that. Non-ferrous is a wide subject, and in IIF, one thing which I heard when I took office was a perception that IIF is for ferrous foundries. That's the first thing I heard. I mean, when I asked people that why is non-ferrous not big in IIF, because IIF means Institute of Indian Foundrymen, and foundry includes ferrous, non-ferrous, everything, aluminium, magnesium, brass, bronze, all of it. And when we see our member slicing or member segmentation today, non-ferrous is still a small part of it. And it is this perception we want to change. So just to give you a little bit of what has been done in the past few months, we had a National Council meeting 2 weeks back in Mahabalipuram, and I think I would definitely give credit to the National Council to accept a proposal to have separate non-ferrous chapters in all the 4 regions. So as step one, we are going ahead and forming 4 chapters, I mean currently activity centers as per the bylaws. And the intention is that we attract non-ferrous members there, both industry and individual who are associated with this industry. And to have them on board in a separate chapter basically means that chapter will focus only on the activities, whether it is technical, whether it is commercial, or any other need which the industry or the individual have for non-ferrous. We can focus on that. So that's already happening. So I think you will see a lot more of that. And in fact, I'll encourage all of you to please spread the word around that IIF is not just iron, it's also non-ferrous. One of the dreams I have for non-ferrous is to make it world-class. Have a aluminium conclave, or I would say a non-ferrous conclave, to the same level as we have the IFEXs and the IFCs. In fact, we are talking internally if we can create a separate brand, if again the National Council and it's can be adopted to create a separate brand, and we have a very large exhibition running concurrently with our IFEXs and IFCs. So again, that's something just to let everyone know here that that's something which we aspire for. I'm sure it will happen. Maybe in Bombay next year, or definitely the year after that. Additionally, I think what Mr. Prabhakaran, you rightly mentioned about having workshops. I mean, we are looking at it in 2 fronts. One is having workshop, which is going to be handled through our NCSD, which is based in Chennai, National Council for Skill Development. But also, other than that, is also to visit facilities. And if I think some of you know that we have started a national level committee, which is now activated this year under what we call Project Prayas. Project Prayas is where members from all across India can go and visit certain facilities, ferrous, non-ferrous, depending on what they are looking at. In fact, I would strongly encourage all of you to talk to the Project Prayas people. Mrs. Anuja Sharma is the head for Project Prayas in the committee. Talk to her, let her know what kind of facility you want to visit. And if there is adequate response, both from the member side and from the facility side, because they also have to accept showcasing their facility, we will make it happen, or they will make it happen. So that's again something to go and learn from other people who are already there in India. We have a lot of facilities making non-ferrous products. It's actually one of the highest growth products in India in terms of percentage terms. And we don't want anyone to not have that exposure. So if you're running a factory which is making non-ferrous, or if you're looking at setting up a factory or wanting to go and work in a factory and want to know best practices, Project Prayas is the right tool or the right avenue to use and go and visit those factories. We have also started, the problem we see is not just today, we want to attract the next generation of foundry people also into our system, into our fold. And another initiative we have launched, again, this is both for ferrous and non-ferrous, is the Young Entrepreneurs Forum. And I'm really happy to tell you that that forum has now been activated. As of this evening, we have close to 25 young entrepreneurs from the foundry industry in a single group, and it's already a very active group. And I am told that by the end of this month, that number will grow to almost 45 to 50. So again, this is something which we are trying to do, is get the next generation of foundrymen, next generation of entrepreneurs to come into and be part of IIF. And again, non-ferrous being a high growth area, there are a lot of non-ferrous already, I would say young kids or young foundrymen in that forum, and we would prefer if more can join in. We have started another initiative which benefits the non-ferrous as well, is the Regional Policy Advocacy Committee. And this was started around a month back. We always had a policy advocacy at the center. Now the regional policy advocacy is every statewide. And the whole purpose of that is that the members, the industry members, can put their voice to the policy makers in the state. So again, I encourage all of you, if you have a problem, please use that service which IIF offers. The more we use, the more we strengthen ourselves. We are working on a lot of strategic alliances. One of the big issues we find is availability of relevant data. Relevant data for raw material, relevant data of changes in prices. And especially in today's world where everything is changing on a daily basis, if not hourly, I think it's become more and more requirement. So we are right now, we have an MOU with Big Mint, and we are trying to strengthen that MOU furthermore so that we can get much more reliable data, multiple sources of data. So I think that will also strengthen the non-ferrous community, because again, availability of scrap, prices of all the inputs, major inputs which go in are being covered through this MOU. Export is a huge opportunity. We see that there is a tariff declared by the US government. India has a 26% tariff, but I'm sure the bilateral trade agreement, which is supposed to be finalized any time, will bring it down to a much more reasonable number. We have seen that US has just done a first deal with the UK a couple of days ago, and that kind of gives a way that US is ready to negotiate, US is ready to bring the tariff to a reasonable number. And we are being told that the bilateral trade agreement which India will have with US will bring the number down to a much better number than the 26% which has been declared. With that, India would go into a much more stronger situation, because we are also expecting that the tariff on China will be a much higher number. Already the president of US has reduced it to 80%, I think yesterday, but we don't foresee it going down drastically beyond below 80. So if you see the differential, the companies in the US will have no option but to look at other sources. And India has a natural advantage, especially in aluminium, and today is an aluminium conclave, because India is self-sufficient in aluminium. We have the aluminium ore, we have the capacity, we have the capability to make products. So again, India is a natural choice for a lot of buyers. And I'm sure some of you are already seeing that happen. If not, I think you will see a lot of that happening post-July, when the 90-day period goes off. So again, that's something for export, and I would again recommend to use IIF. We have a center in Pune, which is National Center for Technical Services. If you have a problem, if you want to increase your capacity, please use their services. I think it's time where India will emerge as a very, very big supplier of non-ferrous products, especially aluminium. And the good part is that India itself consumes a lot of products. So we are, unlike China, we are not dependent only on export. We are in fact self-sufficient in our own markets, and export will just be a feather in the cap. It will be an incremental increase in our production rather than just dependent on one country or one type of trade. So again, that's something which we see as a big opportunity coming up. We have last year, thanks to the IPP, Mr. Chandrasekhar, and the vision of the past presidents and the National Council, we launched a 4th COE in IIF, which is the National Center for Export Promotion. Again, the whole purpose of that is to give members opportunity to export. If you're not exporting, they would provide you capacity building tools. They'll provide you with seminars on paperwork, on how to export, opportunities where which country is importing what kind of products. So again, those information is available. So please use that, and we are hoping that that center will help our members to export much more than what we are currently doing, open up the world market. We are also planning some tours, some exhibition participation through NCEP. Again, please watch out for what's happening, because that will give a lot of opportunities. It will open up a lot more opportunity for things to happen in the export front. I'll also want to speak a little bit about what's happening overall in IIF. I think IIF, we are celebrating Amrit Kal. We are celebrating the 75th year of IIF. And I think it's the right time when IIF is also evolving. We have to be prepared for the next 75 years. And I think for that, the first thing we need to do is inclusiveness. So one of the first steps which has happened is to standardize IIF, to professionalize IIF, and that's what we are working for. We are trying to increase the secretariat. We are trying to get more people in who would be more responsive to our members. I mean, not just when asked, but on a proactive basis. So we are trying to make that change. We were ISO certified last year. We are increasing the ISO certification for all our COEs this year. We have launched what we call POSH, policy for sexual harassment. IIF is now POSH compliant. So again, for members, for the secretariat, anywhere in India, I mean, that's something to give comfort to both the sexes. I mean, so if there is a problem you see, if there is a harassment you see, please go ahead and use the services of IIF. We have a third-party consultant as a board. We have some of the people, some of the secretariat on the committee, so they would be able to help out if you see anything happening. One of the other things we want to do, again, this is under discussion, is to change a small word in IIF. Currently, it's Institute of Indian Foundrymen, and we want to remove the men, because I don't think it's just a men-centric organization anymore. So we want to change that. Hopefully we'll be able to do that this year. We want to make it more gender neutral. We want to make it more inclusive, which is reflective of the world today. So we want to do that and make it ready for the next 75 years. IIF, I think, I have been able to go around, thanks to IIF, and visit some of the chapters. And one thing I see in every member of IIF is passion. I mean, people are really passionate about the industry. People are really passionate about what they do. And it gives me real happiness, because if there is passion, there is growth. And if there is passion, there is innovation. And then those two things are important for a foundry to grow, for a company to grow, for an individual to grow, and an association like IIF to grow. So with that, I am hoping that we can grow to greater heights. I'm hoping that the next Aluminium Conclave will be much larger, multiple times larger. So with that, I take a leave. Thank you. Jai Hind.
Thank you, President, for your insightful and wonderful talk. Now, I would invite our past President, Mr. S.R.V. Ramanan, and Mr. R. Palanimurugan, Vice Chairman, Southern Region, to felicitate our President, please.
Thank you, sirs. Now I request our past chairman, Mr. E. Prabhakaran, to introduce the chief guest, please.
Good evening, friends. It's my pleasure and honor to introduce our chief guest of the day, Mr. Muthu Mohan Raj, COO, Bharat Forge Limited. He is the business unit head for the Center for Lightweighting Technology. He has gained hands-on expertise in quality operating systems like TQM, IATF 16943, APQP and PPAP, QC tools and total productive maintenance TPM. Over 3 decades of hands-on experience in aluminum die casting industry and HPDC, GDC and LPDC process, tool room and machining in reputed organizations like Sundaram Clayton, Sunbeam Lightweighting Solutions and Bharat Forge Limited, CLWT. He has completed MBA and PGDM from Great Lakes Institute of Management and Engineering from BITS Pilani. Sir, the stage is yours. Please, sir.
Good evening, everyone. It's a great honor to be here today and address such a distinguished audience from Institute of Indian Foundrymen and Associated Industries. Thanks to the organizing committee chairman, Mr. N. Prabhakaran, and his team from IIF Chennai chapter, and Mr. Navid Agarwal, President, National President, IIF, for the invitations and the opportunity to speak as a chief guest for the 5th annual conclave celebration and award functions. The contribution of IIF for the Indian foundry growth is extraordinary, that too for the long period of more than 7 decades. Applauds to the IIF for these long-standing services. The theme today is Aluminium Conclave. Going to have a lengthy presentation, it's only 2 slides. Okay. So global die casting industry is growing at a CAGR of 6.24%, expected to grow from 2025 to 2030, with auto industry leading the way with market share of 62%. If you see this, aluminum leads the die casting industry with 81% share globally. The Indian aluminum die casting industry stands at 11.95 billion USD in size with a CAGR growth of 8.5%. The main driven for aluminum is EV adoption and CAFE norms drive for the lightweight solutions and China plus one strategy. So today we have very good opportunities for aluminum die casting business since the China plus one strategy also in place. You see this overall in die casting industry growth. Pressure die casting grows at significant level from 2020 to 2030 with HPDC share of 64% and LPDC at 20%. So if you see this, if you want to utilize these opportunities, we should make very good quality castings. Then only it is feasible for us to utilize this opportunity as a profitable business. So what make a good quality castings? So if you see this, quality means we need to meet the expectations. The expectations can be different from customer to customers. I have my own experience in developing a product for various customers globally. So in 2001, when market is opened up, Cummins is opened that first international purchasing office in India. They started to outsource castings from India. So when we started engagement with the customers from USA, so we had a lot of learnings. I can say that first 2 years, we had very hard learning to start supply of aluminum die casting to companies in the USA. So after a successful learning of 2 years, we started stabilizing the quality and supply as per the customer requirement. And it's almost 2001 to 2004, we gained a very good experience in supplying parts to North America. In 2005, Europe started to open up to Indian market, and they started to outsource parts from India also. So we are very much confident saying that, okay, we are had very good experience in supplying part to USA. We had very good learnings. I think Europe can be the first time right. But the expectation of customers from Europe is totally different. So what we learned from supply to US customer, it is not same to Europe customers. And we had another 2 years hard learning to start supply to the Europe customers. Then we get stabilized on the supply quality by 2008. And we thought that now we are supplying parts to US and Europe, so we can be one of the world-class foundry to meet all the customer requirement globally. That time, Volvo bought UD trucks in Japan, so we got opportunity to expand our footprint to Japan also that time. So we are very much confident saying that since we are supplying parts to America and Europe, we can able to make first time right. So that time I was a project leader for that entire development of 12 parts to Japan. So in Japan, they believe more on the process, not on the drawing. When you want to start engagement after business award, there's no drawing, there's no model. The business has been awarded with the process sheet. So we started to interact with them saying that, okay, there's no drawing, there is no standards, models. It's very difficult for us to have the understanding what we need to supply. Then we started to make model on our own and 2D drawing, and we get approved from the Japan customers, and we started the development. So we made, I also put a lot of expectation to management saying that these parts are, we are going to export to the Japan. So I want to make dies in Korea and Taiwan. So I want to make first time right. So management also very much generous to give all this approval. They allowed to develop die from Taiwan and also from Korea. So we developed dies on time, and we took the initial samples, and we submitted the samples, and customer, Japan customer also, UD Trucks also very much happy, and they are given the approval. We brought the die and we made the samples in India. We shipped these first lot to customer, and first lots got rejected instead of putting all the efforts. So we are not able to understand because we put a lot of pressure to the customer saying that since there is no standard and model and print in place, it is very difficult to have the common understanding what quality expectations you have. So that is the reason we made drawing, we made a model. So we are made as per the model and print. What is the issues? Why you are rejecting it? They are given reply saying that the parts what you supplied during sample and what I received during production, PPAP, it is not same. There is a visual appearance difference. The parting line, what you fettled during sample and what you fettled during the regular supply, it is different. I cannot accept. So we had multiple visits to Japan to understand what is the concern, and they also visited us. Finally, we end up in importing sand from Korea because that internal surface of the part also is not good. So we are not able to get that kind of quality sand to make because we submitted sample made at Korea and Taiwan. We are not made it in India. So when we imported the die, after making the initial samples, we are not able to achieve the same finish of the castings inside and outside. So we tried a lot of sands in India and die coating. We are not able to achieve that quality. Then once again I gone back to management to get approval to import the sand. They are generous to give that approval. So we imported sand initially. Then we imported sand coating from Korea to give that quality. There's a lot of learning has been happened into the process. Then after all the improvement, the customer came to our place and they told, okay, unless you are demonstrating 0 ppm for continuous 3 months, I cannot give any SOP lot. That is the expectations what I told. I'm wondering what these people are talking. So I am negotiating with them, saying that no, you don't ask any visual appearance. It is very difficult to meet for guarantee. But I can give guarantee saying that we can able to meet print specification 100%. They are not agreed. They categorically said no. Unless you are meeting all the requirements, we will not give the approval. Then that time there's a new plant and new people. So we thought that how we are going to manage it, but we took up the challenge. So we trained the people on the coating, and also alternatively we started to develop a stand in India and coating also in India. And we started supply. I can say that 0 ppm we are able to demonstrate for the more than 3 years. So that is that success. We are able to train the people, and we are able to localize the process, and we are able to find the alternative coating. That is the capability. The capability will come like that only. So we need to have that good trained, skilled manpower, so that I can say that where we have that experienced people, experienced plan, where we are not able to have that kind of good process from the what we demonstrated in the new plant. Because we are able to train the new people in the new process, we are able to get success actually. So making good quality casting is more important. So if we are able to make good quality castings, then our cost will come down and customer confidence will go up. So when we are talking about good quality castings, always first everybody will say that part design is more important. Yes, part design is more important to achieve the good quality castings. Today, if you see, there is a lot of new parts get developed in EV. So most of the EVs is coming from the startups. The startups are with young hands from IITs. If you see these all EV parts, it's a very complex parts. If we are looking the way, the conventional way of die casting, it is very difficult to make any of these EV parts actually. So these all youngsters are challenging us also. So if you are going and saying something, so making hyper-shed die casting with wall thickness of 1.5 mm is not feasible, they will not agree. They are ready to challenge today. So part design is more important to achieve quality castings. And die, most of the time we will say that, okay, if you are having good dies, we can able to achieve good quality castings. Yes, we need good die. There's no doubt about that. Then alloy. We should have good alloy to make good aluminum castings. So alloy is the primary material to get the good quality casting. There's no doubt on that. Then process equipment. Yes, all the process equipment should be capable to produce good quality castings. And process parameters are more important to get the good quality castings. So if you see this today, we can able to get good process equipment from the market. There are n number of players available in the market. We can able to get good process equipment. Same way, if you want to make good die, there are a lot of good tool makers available in India and abroad. We can able to get the good die. So alloy, similar things. We have good alloy suppliers, and we see these process parameters. Also today we have a very good flow analysis software to pre-validate everything. But what is more important? The more important is the center portions. So where we have all these resources are getting converged, that portion is more important. So that is the sweet spot. If we are able to increase that sweet spot, we can able to bring all the resources together to get the good quality castings. So we need competent personnel is a key for bringing everything together and produce high quality, high volume castings over time. That is the key. Today I am very much proud, and thanks to IIF for giving training to all the people from die casting. That is very much important to have good skilled manpower and competent manpower. I think Mr. Namit Agarwal explained a lot of initiatives has been in pipeline for giving the training and workshop. That is the good initiatives. I think that will help us to grow in the aluminum die casting business. So if you see this overall, we have very good opportunities in aluminum die casting business, and let us put our effort, have develop competent person and skilled labor so that we can able to get succeed. Thanks for your time and attention.
Sir, thank you very much for your short and sweet note on aluminum casting process. It was wonderful. We learned something that no customer is same. Thank you very much, sir. Now I would invite our President, Mr. Navneet Agarwal, and our Organizing Committee Chairman, Mr. N. Prabhakaran, to facilitate our chief guest, please. Please occupy the seats. Now, I would invite Mr. Bakul Shah to debrief about the CEO meet which has happened in the morning today. Please.
Good evening, everybody. The CEO panel discussion brought together leaders of the die casting industry. We had Mr. Prabhuram from Alubi Die Casting, Mr. Jaya Vijayan from the Southern Pressure Casting, Mr. Prabhakaran from Ditech India. The panel reflected on and shared perspectives around the evolving priorities of aluminum foundry sector. The session offered valuable insights into the challenges and strategic approaches across 5 key areas: export orientation, product innovation, financial resilience, manpower retention, and successful planning. Certain valuable points discussed were: only when knowledge brings about a mindset change, it becomes transformational. Perspective on why, then how. It's not like this, but it's like this. That's the way we go. Understanding pain points of the customer, being customer-centric, actualization cost, and deep diving into finite details of each stage, inventory management, foresight on competition and deciding on product lines, which with an agile and decisive thinking, innovation sets the benchmark high, and then one can command the price, and employee engagements on weekly basis. What stood out was a shared commitment to raise the bar and discuss solution to support fellow die casters, charting a course that is sustainable, competitive, and future ready. Thank you all the esteemed panelists for sharing such valuable insights, the audience for an active engagement, and IIF Chennai chapter to allow me moderate such a wonderful session. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Bakul. Just remain on the stage for a minute, please. I would invite our past president, Mr. S.R.V. Ramanan, to facilitate Mr. Bakul Shah, please. Thank you. We had a nicely contested quiz competition in the afternoon today. Now, I would invite Mr. Thirinjanam, who was the quiz master today, to debrief about the quiz competition, please.
Respected chief guest, the dignitaries on the stages of the grounds. I was given opportunity to conduct a quiz program. Of course, this is the 6th time I am doing this in this forum. Repeatedly, as he said, I could observe there are nearly about 122 questions were asked. Most about 40-45 were on metallurgy, another 20-25 on gravity, and 18 on sand, and the balance were on gravity, all that. People were not able to answer the practical questions on the process itself. So it needs again the saying of our president to give lot of training. It comes out. the quiz programs is one of the thing to assess the knowledge of the present youngsters. I was very much surprised. Even simple practical questions, they are not answering well. So it requires a lot of emphasis on training again. And I thank. This is, even now the status doesn't change much because the situation change did not change much. It's also like that. Metallurgy is totally not. So, no improvement at all. Thing. No, sorry to say, it is my duty to tell the correct things. You should not hide anything to please the people. I do not want to say something good. So I really appreciate our intention to give more focus on non-ferrous and also more trainings. And also at the least, I thank once again for giving me this opportunity to talk to this forum. Thank you.
Sir, please remain on the stage.
The first prize goes to Sundaram Clayton.
We invite Foseco representative Mr. Karthik Srinivasan and Mr. Gokul to join on the stage, please. India Limited, for the last 15 years, we thank Foseco management for sponsoring this casting quiz trophy continuously and supporting us. Thank you. Thank you.
This goes to Abhi Shortek.
Thank you, gentlemen. Now, I would invite Mr. Balasubramanian, our past chairman SR, to facilitate our quiz master, please. Now, I would invite our chairman, Mr. Vignesh Ramanan, to facilitate the sponsors. First we call upon Foseco team to collect the sponsorship.
Good evening, all. So you can have a seat. I'll call down. Then. First of all, I think everyone would agree that such a great scale of event will not be possible without support of the sponsors. Thank you all the sponsors for your continuous support. And our special thanks to Foseco, who have been contributing us for the last 15 years. And I would now request our platinum sponsors to come to the stage, Foseco India Limited, to get their. The next is our diamond sponsor, member from ACE Micromatics. Yeah. Without them, we are not there. Yes, mathematics, yeah. Thank you, sir. Thank you. From AS Micromatics. He's our diamond sponsor. The next diamond sponsor is Metal Integrations. Members from Metal Integration, please. Next member from GR Metallize. Balu sir. Arunga sir, நீங்க வாங்கிடுங்க. நீங்க வாங்கிடுங்க. GR Metallize. Next. ஆமா. Sir, on behalf of GR Metallize, our council member, Mr. Armugam, will take the event. Next sponsor, Sri Balaji Castings. Anybody from Balaji Castings? Okay. I'll move on to the next sponsor, gold sponsor, John and Money Industries Private Limited. Any representative from John and Money? Yeah, Private Limited? Sir? Yeah, okay, you can take it, sir. There's a multiple role as a OC chairman, as a sponsor, as a member of CEO meet. And PCK Budras, anybody? Young Ditech Private Limited and New Tech Thermal Furnace Equipments Private Limited. Praveen? Thai Castings Limited. Anybody from Thai Castings? Shreyas High-Tech Associates, Prabhakaran sir. Thai Casting. Oh, Thai Casting is available, please sir. We are all our silver sponsors. Shreyas High-Tech Associates, Prabhakaran sir, please. Anybody from Easwari Molds? Easwari Molds? Okay. The Southern Pressure Castings. Thank you. Flowwell Casting. Kandasamy sir, not there. Okay, not available. Here. Anybody from CRP India? CRP. Member from Mira Engineers? Texan Machines? Texan? Yeah. Let us have a big applause because without them, this function is not possible. This is the only motivation we can provide. Member from Ashwini Enterprises? Giri sir. Mr. Giri. Thank you, sir. I think the list ends here. I think maybe next year we'll have a very big list. Okay. Thank you very much.
Now, I would invite our Vice Chairman, Mr. Senthil Kumar, to deliver the vote of thanks.
Again, please again. I don't know. I think vote of thanks would be the biggest one. Sorry to take your time. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It is indeed honored and privileged to deliver vote of thanks on the occasion of 15th edition Aluminium Conclave. Let me begin by expressing heartfelt gratitude to our chief guest for the evening celebration, Mr. Mithu Mohan sir, COO, Bharat Forge Limited, Center for Lighting Technologies. Sir, we are truly grateful to you to took time to join us. And I think he has joined even much our quiz time. He has witnessed all the programs. Thank you, sir. Thanks for your patience and everything. And your presence has added a lot of value to our program, sir. Thank you very much. And we are also equally thankful to our chief guest for the morning session, Mr. Kanniappan, Managing Director of ZF Commercial Vehicle Control Systems India Limited. And his experience and vision provided valuable thought-provoking inputs. And we are privileged to have benefited from his presence and wisdom. And our sincere thanks to our IIF National President, Mr. Navneet Agarwal. Sir, your encouragement and support have meant great deal to us, sir. And we deeply value the time you spent with us and the motivation you have provided to the entire Foundry fraternity. Thank you very much, sir. And I also thank our distinguished speakers who have given a very good presentations and sharing their expertise. And you play the pivotal role in making this conclave informative and meaningful. And we would rate our today MSME Conclave CEO Meet is one of the super duper program. And this is well conceived and moderated by our Mr. Bakul Shah, MD of BMB Auto Sir. Thank you very much, sir. It's a wonderful show. And we may have to next time extend it for a much longer time. And our special gratitude to our esteemed guest, CEO Meet, Mr. Prabhuram, MD of Alubi Diecasters, and Mr. N. Prabhakaran sir, MD of Ditech India Private Limited, Mr. D. Jayavijayan, MD of Southern Pressure Castings. Thank you all for your thoughtful and impactful contributions during panel discussions. And it has added immense value to our programs. And special word of appreciation to our quiz master, Mr. Tirunyanam sir. And thank you for conducting engaging quiz session. I'm sure the quiz participants, audience had a lot of takeaways learning from this quiz session. And I would like to also extend our management of Mitsubishi India Private Limited for their hospitality, allowing us to visit their impressive facility. And the visit was highly informative and offered great insights to our delegates. And of course, there were delegates who were thanked for your active participation, enthusiasm, and the engagement throughout the event. And this event would have not been possible without the incredible dedication and the meticulous planning of our organizing team. I express my heartfelt thanks to all OC members. Due to the paucity of time, I'm not able to take all their names. And we also would like to thank all our national president, SR past chairman and secretaries, and chapter past chairman and secretaries for the timely feedback and advice and contribution, which helped us to take the chapter flags always high. Big thank to the Grand Chennai PRT for their warm hospitality throughout the day. And a special mention to New Tech team, particularly Mr. Miran Bhai and Mr. Sinu, who has helped us very good stage and backdrop and audio systems. Kudos to Mr. K.S. Anbuchelvan, sir, for his visionary approach and bringing delegates and sponsors on the board. And the conclave owes much to his efforts of over past 15 years, and we really miss him today. In the absence of Mr. Siddharth, who is our regular MC, and Prabhakaran sir took over the stellar role of Master of Ceremony, sir. Very thankful, sir. Thank you very much. We extend our thanks to our chapter mentor, V.V. Krun Kumar, for their unwavering guidance support. I would express gratitude to our backbone of administration team, Dinesh Kumar and Shailesh, for your dedicated support. And they burned their whole night and support us. I'll fail my duty if I'm not thanking our chapter chairman, Mr. Vignesh Ramanan. His involvement and contribution played major role in the success of this conclave. Thank you, Chairman. Last but not least, I would like to thank our captain of the ship of the event, our organizing committee chairman, Mr. N. Prabhakaran sir. He's pulled all his cards and contacts, made this conclave very successful. And we had already experienced his leadership a couple of years back. Now again he's proved it, and we enjoyed his leadership and insightful input, all of us. It was a great experience working with you. And we're grateful to our member companies, members, sponsors, and particularly Fossico India for their contribution support for the last 15 years. Thank you once again, unwavering support. We look forward to meeting you on upcoming events. Now I request everyone to rise for the national anthem. MC. And now I request our past chairman, Mr. Saktivel sir, to come on stage to felicitate our MC of today, Mr. E. Prabhakaran. All are requested to rise for the national anthem, sir. Thank you.
जनगण मन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड़ उत्कल बंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उज्जल जलधि तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मांगे गाहे तव जय गाथा जनगण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे மைதான் ஊஞ்சலாடுது.
ஒரே நாள் ஒரே நாள் நிலாவில் பார்த்தது உலாவும் உன்னிடாமல் தான் ஊஞ்சலாடுது.
மங்கைக்குள் காதலேனும் கங்கைக்குள் நான் மீதக்க. மங்கைக்குள் காதலேனும் கங்கைக்குள் நான் மீதக்க.
சங்கமங்களில் இடம் பெறும் சம்பவங்களில் இடம் விடும்
மாறத்தான் நினைத்தான் இனிப்பதென்ன.
ஒரே நாள் நிலாவில் பார்த்தது உலாவும் உன்னிடாமல் தான் ஊஞ்சலாடுது. நெஞ்சத்தில் பேரேதி கண்ணுக்குள் நான் படித்தேன். நெஞ்சத்தில் பேரேதி கண்ணுக்குள் நான் படித்தேன்.
கற்பனைகளில் சுகம் சுகம் கண்டதென்னவோ நிதம் நிதம்.
மழை நீலம் நான் மயக்கமிக்க.
ஒரே நாள் உனை நான் நிலாவில் பார்த்தது உலாவும் உன்னிடமைதான் ஊஞ்சலாடுது. பஞ்சரை பாடலுக்கு பல்லவி இருக்க. பஞ்சரை பாடலுக்கு பல்லவி இருக்க.
கண்ணீரிட்டேனும் ஒரே ஸ்வரம் கையிட்டேனும் ஒரே லயம்.
இரவும் பகலும் இசை முழங்க.
ஒரே நாள்
உனை நான்
நிலாவில் பார்த்தது
உலாவும்
உன்னிடாமல் தான் ஊஞ்சலாடுது ஊஞ்சலாடுது.